LPG crunch cost Bengaluru Hotels 150 crores, and that's not a joke. The LPG crisis triggered by the West Asia war is now beginning to hit businesses and households across India, especially in Karnataka. Our focus today is on Karnataka. Providing some relief amid the disruption, a major LPG cargo has finally arrived at the new Mangalore port from the United States. A cargo vessel carrying nearly 47,000 tons of LPG reached the new Mangalore port on Sunday morning. Out of this, over 16,000 tons has been allocated for Bengaluru alone. This comes at a time when commercial LPG shortages have severely impacted the hospitality sector, particularly in Bengaluru. According to the Bangalore Hotels Association, hotels in the city have suffered losses of nearly 150 crores in just 3 weeks, and that's a lot. The shortage began in early March, around 7th, if I'm not wrong, and has forced restaurants to scale down operations, trim menus, shift to induction stoves, switch to diesel-based cooking systems, and in some cases even return to firewood cooking. Several eateries were forced to temporarily shut down operations. There is now some relief in sight, or so it seems. Industry representatives say around 30% of normal LPG supply for hotels may resume starting Monday, which is of course today. Karnataka is expected to receive roughly 50,000 cylinders, with Bengaluru accounting for the largest share of consumption. Hotel owners say stabilizing LPG supply quickly is very critical, otherwise they risk losing customers and facing long-term financial damage. So while emergency shipments are arriving, the West Asian crisis continues and the LPG crunch here at home is far from over. Let's listen to what Prime Minister Modi and also Sujata Sharma, Joint Secretary at the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, said on the ongoing LPG crunch.
अध्यक्ष महोदय, भारत के सामने भी इस युद्ध ने अप्रत्याशित चुनौतियां खड़ी कर दी हैं। ये चुनौतियां आर्थिक भी हैं, नेशनल सिक्योरिटी से जुड़ी भी हैं और मानवीय भी हैं। युद्धरत और युद्ध से प्रभावित देशों के साथ भारत के व्यापक व्यापारिक रिश्ते हैं। जिस क्षेत्र में युद्ध हो रहा है वो दुनिया के दूसरे देशों के साथ हमारे व्यापार का भी एक महत्वपूर्ण रास्ता है। विशेष रूप से कच्चे तेल और गैस की हमारी जरूरतों का एक बड़ा हिस्सा यही क्षेत्र पूरा करता है। हमारे लिए ये रीजन एक और कारण से भी अहम है। लगभग 1 करोड़ भारतीय खाड़ी देशों में रहते हैं और वहां काम करते हैं। वहां समंदर में जो कमर्शियल शिप चलते हैं उनमें भारतीय क्रू मेंबर्स की संख्या भी बहुत अधिक है। ऐसे अलग अलग कारणों के चलते भारत की चिंताएं स्वाभाविक रूप से अधिक है। इसलिए ये आवश्यक है कि भारत की संसद से इस संकट को लेकर एक मत और एकजुट आवाज दुनिया में जाए।
पिछले 3 हफ्तों में लगभग 3.5 लाख डोमेस्टिक और कमर्शियल पीएनजी कनेक्शंस दिए गए हैं या एक्टिवेट किए गए हैं। एलपीजी की सप्लाई अभी भी चिंता का विषय बनी हुई है, किंतु एलपीजी डिस्ट्रीब्यूटरशिप्स पर कोई ड्राई आउट नहीं है। एलपीजी की पैनिक बुकिंग में कमी आई है और डिलीवरी सामान्य है। कमर्शियल एलपीजी के संबंध में जैसा आपको पता है कि अभी मैंने बताया 10% एडिशनल कमर्शियल एलपीजी देने की बात है राज्य सरकारों को, अगर वो पीएनजी नेटवर्क एक्सपेंशन में सहयोग देते हैं। 21 तारीख को भारत सरकार ने सबसे पहले 20% कमर्शियल एलपीजी देने की बात की, उसके बाद 10% एडिशनल एलोकेशन किया डिपेंडिंग ऑन ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस, और 21 तारीख को भारत सरकार ने एक और ऑर्डर जारी किया और अब कमर्शियल एलपीजी का लगभग 50% वॉल्यूम विल बी एट द डिस्पोजल ऑफ स्टेट एंड द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स एंड द union territories.
All right, let me now welcome the experts on this. Subramanya Hola, President, Bangalore Hotel Association, and Virendra Kamath, Secretary, Bangalore Hotel Association. Very warm welcome to both of you. Namaskara. Mr. Kamath, I want to ask you that every time a ship docked, I mean, we thought, okay, now the problem is solved. It started around 7th of March, sir, and today we are sitting on 23rd of March. I mean, look, even if we tide over this, don't you think this is going to have a long term impact, because prices will rise of, you know, food items, also hotels, you know, are really struggling for it. Don't you think this will take around 4-5 months for things to normalize in Bengaluru, Mr. Kamath? Mr. Kamath? All right, let me go to Mr. Hola. I think there is some problem with Mr. Kamath's connection. Mr. Hola, can you please take that question, sir, if you heard me, or should I repeat myself?
Yeah, the last question was, you said it might take about 3-4 months for it to be normalizing,
right.
And I think it will take about 3-4 months if the war ends. Otherwise, it also does it. I don't know when it's going to end. And the industry, as such, we are facing the. I forgot what was your first question. Sorry.
I mean, there has been from 7th of March, we are sitting today on 23rd March evening. The problem is that in between everything has been done, menus have been trimmed, you know, we are using firewood, we are using induction, we have shut down hotels. I was asking that this will all have on the economy, 150 crores have been lost, but there is more losses to come, Mr. Hola.
We don't know what is the loss which is going to be. In fact, today we had a very interesting discussion with the oil companies, and
great.
See, they are not sure whether they can continue with this supply, because they also don't know how much of LPG has come into the country and how much they will be able to distribute. So it's at least for 1 week we are assured that there is going to be supplies of gas for the next 1 week, and with this what percentage of supply the government has promised, I don't think so we can bring back the menus, bring back the timings and everything, because we have only got a very small percentage of LPG supply which is coming there, so that we can use less of firewood. That is the only plus point I can say.
You know, are you saying that the situation, despite the ships docking and we getting LPG, of course, the center will have to take, you know, a call about how they distribute it, but you are sounding as if things are going to get from bad to worse, Mr. Hola.
Because the minister was very clear, it is for a week. We'll review it in next Monday again. And I think we have to go by week, because we don't know when the war situation is going to worsen. Because every time we talk about we see something bombing happening on the TV, then we realize, okay, problems are going to escalate. So it is on a day-to-day basis or hourly basis which we have to analyze the situation. And sometimes I'm with the government, but sometimes I feel they could have done better. So they've given us 33% of gas. I felt that we could have given 50. But anyway, they had their own explanation why they're giving 30% of the gas, because that 10% is on what you do on PNG. And the second condition they put in the letter issued by the Secretary of Petroleum was that you have to register in the PNG portal. So PNG portal is itself not active, and we have to go to their offices and register. This is the argument we gave up today.
All right.
Then that was agreed by the minister, saying that, okay, 1 week we'll relax it. We will give time for a week for you to register under that, so that PNG there is stock.
All right.
But unfortunately, the LPG, they have stocks. They're not sure about anything.
Yeah, okay. But Hola, I also want to, because you're saying that let's be very practical, and you know, you say sometimes you support the government and sometimes you feel they could have done better. Am I correct? The point of the matter is that, you know, do you think that there is also that the government should give you some kind of a relief, sir, subsidies, something going forward. This is not your doing. This is not anyone's doing. You know, during COVID also, certain industries were given some leeway. Do you expect the government to give you leeway? Because that demand has come up in Tamil Nadu as well, sir, Mr. Holla.
We have asked them two things. I am not asking anything on the revenue fund because Karnataka government is already revenue, their shortfall is there. And we have asked two things. One is, see, time being, a lot of our restaurants are using induction. And to use induction, we need excess power. And a lot of these buildings don't have excess power. So we have requested the government that at least don't charge penalties on that if they're using excess power. And you can give a concession on power for the time being for the excess unit you have used during this time. Suppose if I'm using 100 units, you charge 100 units the normal price. Whatever excess I use, you can bring it down by 1 or 2 rupees. We have given a letter already to the power minister requesting him to bring down the cost of excess power being used from the normal.
Rao, PC Rao, who's the president, of course, he sounded, I read some of the pieces, and he's saying that everything will be restored. But what you are telling me is that today we are sitting on 23rd of March, sir. Next Monday only you will know when the distribution starts. Is that right, Mr. Holla?
No, so distribution will start from tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay. So you see,
we'll get 30% of the cylinders we'll get from tomorrow. Positive.
Right. Okay. How much do you need actually, sir? I mean, 30%. Is it half of what you want, or is it a quarter of what you want, or is it just?
It is exactly 1/3 of what we want.
Oh my God. So how do you, sir, how do you then distribute it amongst people? I mean, I just want to understand, will it go to, let us say, Hotel A, Hotel B? Will it go to PG?
Sorry, I'm interfering. That's a very, very tricky question which came up today. The government wanted us to give a list of who can be using this. So we said, no, we cannot give a list because it becomes biased. So we told them to take the distributors, whatever distributors have, they will have the checklist of how much each consumer is consuming. And based on that, you can do the allotment. We have suggested that, and they have to get back to us about it.